Thailand has just gone through national elections, and once again, the big question is not just who won, but whether the result can finally bring political stability to the country, because Thailand has struggled with it for years. Governments have come and gone. Prime ministers have been removed by courts and coups, and voters have often felt that elections do not always lead to clear outcomes. But this election has produced a result that looks more decisive than many expected. Thailand's ruling Bhumjaithai Party scored a decisive victory at last weekend's general elections, routing progressive and populist parties and putting its leader Anutin Charnvirakul in a strong position to become the first Prime Minister in 20 years to be voted back into office. Early vote counting showed Bhumjaithai grabbing and retaining a sizable lead, even though opinion polls before election day had favoured the Liberal People's Party. As results became clearer, leaders of both the People's Party and once dominant Pheu Party conceded early. The scale of Bhumjaithai's win surprised many observers. The party expanded its footprint in southern Thailand and made major gains in the vote-rich northeast. This is the region that had been dominated for nearly 20 years by parties linked to the billionaire Shinawatra family. More than 50 political parties contested this election, but only 3, Bhumjaithai, the People's Party and Pheu, have the nationwide reach and voter base to realistically compete for power. Among them, Bhumjaithai clearly pulled ahead. According to Election Commission data analysed by news agency Reuters, Bhumjaithai won around 192 of the 500 parliamentary seats based on nearly 95% of polling stations counted. This is a dramatic jump from its previous performances. Just 51 seats in 2019 and 71 in 2023. The People's Party, despite sweeping Bangkok, finished a distant second with 117 seats. Pheu suffered its worst ever result, managing only 74 seats. So what does this mean for forming a government? Thailand's system requires coalition building unless a party wins an outright majority, and Bhumjaithai fell short of that threshold. But with 192 seats, Anutin Charnvirakul holds considerable bargaining power. One major hurdle has already been cleared. The People's Party has said it will not attempt to form a competing alliance. People's Party leader Nathapong Rungpongpanyawut openly accepted the outcome, saying his party is ready to move into opposition if Bhumjaithai can form a government.
As I have said, if the Bhumjaithai Party becomes a leading party tasked with forming a government and is able to do so, then we will have to perform our role as the opposition. As I have already stated, I cannot vote for a candidate from the Bhumjaithai Party. At this point, as I have explained, we are not the largest party. The process now is that the party with the most seats must be given the opportunity to proceed first with forming a government.
Beyond the 3 main parties, about a dozen smaller parties are expected to share 117 seats. The Glathum Party alone secured around 57 seats, while Palang Pracharat won just 5. If Bhumjaithai partners with Glathum and a handful of others, it can cross the majority mark with relative ease. Political analysts say Anutin's reputation as a careful but shrewd deal maker works in his favour. He has strong ties with conservative and royalist circles and is expected to attract support from smaller parties and defectors. A partnership with Pheu is also possible, even though relations between the two broke down last year amid a dispute over Cambodia that led Bhumjaithai to quit the coalition government. Anutin himself only became Prime Minister last September after Paitongtarn Shinawatra was removed from office by a court over an ethics violation related to her handling of relations with Cambodia. Facing the threat of a no-confidence vote, Anutin dissolved parliament in December and called a snap election. And the move now appears to have paid off. So how did he manage such a strong win? Anutin rode a wave of nationalism triggered by months of tension along the Cambodia border. He campaigned heavily on defending Thailand's sovereignty, presenting himself as a steady leader at a time of external threat. His rivals, by contrast, were portrayed as weak or out of touch with national sentiment. Despite being Prime Minister for fewer than 100 days before calling the election, Anutin moved quickly to strengthen his image. He brought in technocrats, recruited experienced politicians from other parties, and positioned Bhumjaithai as a party capable of managing the economy. Experts say this is something voters felt neither the untested People's Party nor Pheu Thai had convincingly delivered.
Our hard work and our determination that we have all been working for our beloved country, despite having a not long period of time in our administration, but all the problems that would put Thailand into risk, we have had the right people to tackle all those problems, and we think Thailand is now in a steady state, and we look forward to moving on with even a stronger cabinet and government.
For many voters, security and the economy were closely linked. The conflict with Cambodia, which killed scores of people and displaced around 1 million on both sides, was fresh in people's minds. Soon after becoming Prime Minister, Anutin authorized the military to take whatever action it deemed necessary on the border. Thai forces took control of several disputed areas in December, and although a ceasefire is now in place, it remains fragile. Ordinary citizens say stability is the top priority.
พี่อยากให้ชายแดนสงบก่อน
I want the border areas to be peaceful first. Then the government can move on to solve other issues. If the borders are secure, the economy should be able to move forward.
Others are focused on everyday problems at home.
ผลการเลือกตั้งก็ยังไม่เป็นอย่างที่
The election results didn't turn out the way I expected, and so I want them to fix traffic problems. As you can see, traffic congestion here, and I want them to develop better public transportation.
From a legal and political perspective, the results also reshape coalition mathematics in a significant way.
แต่ชัยชนะคราวนี้ผมเข้าใจว่าก็เกินคาด
I think Bhumjaithai's victory was beyond Anutin's expectation. As we predicted, if Bhumjaithai wins the election, the People's Party is definitely going to be the opposition, where they would likely have to bring in Pheu Thai to form a coalition. However, they won over 190 seats, and Klatam Party also have almost 60 seats. With these two parties together, they would already gain over 50%, a bit over 250 even, which means they could form a coalition government without the Pheu Thai Party.
แปลว่าเขาสามารถตั้งรัฐบาลโดยไม่มีพรรคเพื่อไทยได้
Markets have reacted positively. Thailand's stock exchange jumped more than 3 percentage points after the results. Baht strengthened, reflecting investor hopes that a clear winner could mean policy continuity. But questions remain. The current constitution, drafted under military rule after the 2014 coup, gives significant power to unelected institutions, limiting how much room any elected government truly has. So will this election deliver stability? Bhumjaithai's strong mandate gives Anutin a better chance than most recent leaders to form a durable government. Backing from conservative institutions and the military reduces the risk of sudden disruption. But long-term stability will depend on whether the new government can manage the economy, ease social tensions, and keep Thailand out of another cycle of political confrontation. That's all in this edition of Connecting the Dots. We'll see you in the next episode with more raging issues. Until then, it's a goodbye from all of us in the Delhi newsroom. This is Munmun Bhattacharya signing off. Take care and stay safe.